Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride on Rideshare, your life.
Understanding the law of attraction is the key to creating.
Hello, Deetra.
Your dreams.
How are you doing today?
All right, and you?
Just fine, thank you.
Just like gravity, it is always in effect. Always. It is working in your life at this very moment. Simply put, the law of attraction says that you will attract into your life whatever you focus on. Whatever you give your energy and attention to will come back to you. So, if you stay focused on the good and positive things in your life, you will automatically attract more good and positive things into your life. If you're focused upon lack and negativity, then that is good.
You like?
You are what you think about all day long. Dr. Robert Ching. You are always in a state.
You ever heard of the law of attraction?
Yes. Always have been. You are creating your
reality. So what are your thoughts?
Every moment of every
I believe in it 101%.
You are creating your future.
What?
Every single thought. Either consciously or subconsciously.
What you think.
You can't take a break.
Like she said, whatever you think,
creation
you attract at that
the law of
particular time
attraction never
in your life.
Mm-hmm.
If you're at a
So
low point,
understanding just how this law
attract
operates is a
people
fundamental
that
key
are
to
their
success.
levels. You know what I mean? But if you're a positive thinker and you think, okay, this is what I'm going to achieve, then you work every day, little by little, to get to that point. So I do believe there's definitely the law of attraction. There are a lot of different laws out there, but I do believe in that.
Here's how it
definitely.
Yeah, this is the universal law, everything else stems from the law of attraction. It's association brings on a simulation, so that's what you were just describing. If you're focusing on negative, you attract negative people. It's all the time. Whatever it is that you're focused on, your thoughts becomes things. It's scientifically proven that energy follows your thoughts. And but the thing is that and my grandmother had been teaching me a lot of this growing up, but she knew nothing about what they call the law of attraction. She got her wisdoms and knowledge from life, from her relationship with source energy, who most of us call God, and studying the teachings of Christ. All the law of attraction is pretty much that. What Christ taught. You have other spiritual guides that taught this here. And if you read certain knowledge, certain things, even in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and other books, you will find that this law is intertwined into all of that. It's just man comes and puts their spin on certain things, like things that Christ taught. Man took it and made it a religion, because God did not create religion. Man created religion, and then man puts all of these rules. If you want to get to God, you have to go through us, his spokesman, and that's absolutely not true. Christ did not even teach that. And the thing about the law of attraction is, when it comes to religions, everybody wants to be right. But see, the thing about the law of attraction is the law of attraction will always prove you right. If you believe that, it doesn't work, it's just some hocus pocus mumbo jumbo, then the law of attraction is going to prove you right. It's just going to give you what you're focusing on, what you're thinking about. If you say, my religion is the ultimate religion because I've gotten so many things and been able to manifest, the law of attraction is proving you right because that's what you're thinking. So it's just proving you right. If you say someone else's religion is not and yours is then the law of attraction is just giving you what you're focusing on. That's what you're going to see. So it's only giving you what you're asking for. My grandmother was one that taught me years ago. She said, put your trust in no man, especially not the man on the pulpit, shaking the Bible at you, and I say, or the Torah or the Quran or any book trying to convince you of who God is and what God's purpose is for you and the world. Read to gain your own understanding, study to show yourself approved, and source will reveal the truth, not the diluted truth, the absolute truth. You know, and this universal law is proof of it. You are what you think about all day long. You know, I went through my life coming from childhood in and out of depression, and but in 2015 I became sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick. I said no more. I started hearing my grandmother. My first guide was my grandmother. I call her, she's my spiritual guide. And I was hearing, because she transitioned in 2009 at the age of 98. And so I would hear her speak to me, just the things that she would say. Practice make perfect. Just you know, just you know, hanging there. But she had been teaching this, and when I started listening to the law of attraction, it blew my mind, because I was like, wait a minute, I know this. My grandmother taught me this. Wait, she taught me this too. Like, wow, wait, she taught me all of this. And so I started studying it since then. And one of the things that she also told me to do is always seek wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And I earnestly seek it. And it's like my inner guide, because everyone has an inner extension of source within them. People think that we are a part from God, because that's what a lot of religions teach, but we are a part of God. This is how God is omnipresent. God is within each and every one of us. We have extensions of source within us. That still calm voice you hear, that is your inner guide. That is the inner extension of source. That is God guiding you, and it knows a direct path to whatever it is that you want in relationship to where you are. You know, do you still suffer from depression?
Very much so. Where I've been in counseling for years. I'm on medication now, and I've been on for a while. And this year I turned 55. So, you know, with the ins and outs, I go, you know, luckily I work for the Tram Board of Ed. So I'm a school teacher, so I'm able to, if I'm feeling down or whatever, I'll take a couple days off. But I've been out of work. It's funny that you say that. I've been out of work all this week of being very, very upset. And it has a lot to do with a relationship that I was in for 2 years. And at this point in my life, my kids are grown. I just got a granddaughter. But it just seems like everyone that I meet is not ready for a commitment. And there's something in me that attracts that.
Exactly. It's what you're focusing on. And that's all that it is what you're focusing on. The universal law of attraction will give you what you want. It will also give you what you don't want. So if you say, I don't want this type of people in my life, the law of attraction will give you those types of people in your life. Negative emotion is not a bad thing. It's a good thing, because it shows you what you don't want. It lets you know what you don't want. And so you recognize what you don't want, and then it will show you what you do. But by recognizing what you don't want, you know almost immediately what you do want. Then you shift your attention to what you do want. What you don't want, it no longer serves you. Put it aside. It served its purpose. Put it away. Now, there's power in you. And I'm telling you, I suffered from depression. I went through it. And when I changed my mind, I changed my life. But it started within me. The subconscious mind will guide. It's pretty much running the show. It's guiding you through life. That's where your paradigms live. That's where your habits, your paradigms, which are your habits. That's where your programming is. Change your programming. We all have the power to do that. There's much more, like my grandmother said, to us. There's more to us human beings than meets the eye. We just see all of this, but it's not just that. We are created in the likeness of the ultimate creator. Therefore, we are creators as well. There's a reason why we're here. We're here to add to the expansion of the universe. There's power and greatness in this. Once I realized that I control, as human beings, we possess two of the most powerful things in the universe, and that is our thoughts and our feelings. As I said, energy follows thoughts. Your emotions is key. Care about how you feel, because your emotions is a fuel that is used to shoot out your rockets of desires into the universe, and in turn, the universe will mirror that back to you. So care about how you feel. Focus on what you want. don't put any resistance towards it, because the universe picks up that energy that you're creating a resistance as, I don't have this thing that I'm asking for. Where is it? You said that all I have to do is ask and it is given. When you ask, you have to feel with your emotions that it is already given, because it is. Source energy becomes immediately whatever it is that you're asking for. It's sitting there, it's waiting for you. We're just energy in human bodies. Everything is energy. And so everything has its own vibrational frequency. And nothing comes into your crosshair, you being in this car, that does not match your vibrations at some level, some point. And the key is to get your vibrations high. Now, because you had an asking, the universe will always answer the nature to your call. It will never, ever not do that. That is why I'm here. That is why I'm here.
Said that this morning.
That is why I'm here, because you had an asking so strong that I am all the way in Newark, but here I am here.
Wow.
You know, this is how the universe does. I wake up in the morning and I set the intentions for my day, and I ask, how can I be of service to you today, Source? Like, how can I be of service? Who's, you know, and so Source places me in places that I wouldn't normally be at. So I learned not to even ask questions. I used to rail against it. Why am I here? I need to be way over there. Yeah. I'm like, nope, I asked. Let me just go with it. And then everything is provided for me. I don't, you know, but I have another ride. Let me, but here, this is not my normal gig. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm also a motivational speaker. And so I have a YouTube channel and also on Instagram. This is my Instagram here.
Okay.
And so I started over the holidays my show called Rideshare Your Life. And you're actually on, right now on my show, Rideshare Your Life. So what I do is I post it on my Instagram channel. And also, well, you know what? Reach out to me. And if you need a life coach, I mean, I'm right here. I mean, I've been through it, so I absolutely, I know. And see, me going through all of this, by you going through the things that you're going through, all life is doing is preparing you for your greatness. It's preparing you for your greatness. We look at things as, oh, woe is me, this thing has happened to me. I no longer ask that question. I ask the question, what is this trying to teach me? Or what energy that I create that is attracting that? Now, you already know, you say you keep attracting the same type of people into your life. You know that it is you. It's just hanging in there and knowing that there is great. There's like, we are, there's a lot of fear mongering that happens. They tell us that, oh, you're going to die. There is no death. We are made in the likeness of the ultimate creator, therefore we are creators as well. And source energy is energy in its purest form, and it only vibrates love. And so though the body may wither, we go back to from which we came. They teach us that there's hell. Hell does not exist. The Bible doesn't even mention that. We just go back to from which we came, and once we are there, we know immediately why we came here. The key is just to know why you came here while you're here.
Exactly.
You know, and by you being here, just know that that is your inner guide guiding you. It's your inner guide guiding you, and if it wasn't me, it was going to be someone else. You know, but because of what I do, you know, I set the intentions for my day, and I'm here. And if you don't mind, just how was your trip?
It was beautiful. This was like the best trip I had all day. And it's crazy because I'm at that age. I'm 55 years old. It's time for me to come out of my job. And I'm going here, there, and everywhere with the thought of leaving that job and the money that I would lose from that job. But I'm sick of it.
Just know that you will always be provided for, and your peace of mind is key to everything. And when you feel a certain way and that it doesn't sit well with you, when you feel right about something, first of all, if it feels like a hell, yes. If it doesn't feel like a hell, yes, then it's a hell no. So if your idea, if your thoughts are to take the next step journey in your life, and it feels good to you, then listen to your inner guide. Allow it to guide you. Now you know the difference between if it's a source energy, God, and your persona or your ego, because source will always show you positive images about yourself. It will always whisper positive things about yourself and other people. Source will never ever show you images of negativity towards yourself or others. That's how you know the difference. Because I used to wonder, like, I don't know if this is God or if this is, I know now that it's only going to be positive, and it's only going to be uplifting, and it's only going to serve you in a positive way, because your inner being, your inner guide is always looking out for you. Yeah, you got it? Is that a kitchen sink in here? You're over there struggling with this. How do you pronounce your name?
They're just some marble candelabras that I bought.
Oh, okay. How do you pronounce your name?
Jahira.
Jahira. Oh, that's different.
Oh boy. I'm sorry.
You got your quick workout today with that.
Oh my god, I sure did.
Let's see. What are you doing?
Just a little something to spice up my, have a little bit of festive. I do very minimal.
How was your day so far? Did a lot of shopping?
Good. I found everything I needed, actually.
That's always good.
Now I gotta go buy a plant.
What type of plant are you looking for?
A snake plant.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one.
I love those. They're so adorable. I just moved into this apartment and I'm forced to buy everything new. Well, not really new. I really don't care about secondhand, but when it comes to items like this, it's, there's really not a good thrift store in Newark. So.
You saying Newark?
Yeah.
I didn't even know where I was, to be honest with you.
This is Lyndhurst.
I was like, wait a minute. Wait, Newark. Yeah. And I just looked at the address as Newark. I was like, okay, all right, cool. You never knew you're going to end up at here. You said you were forced to buy everything?
Yeah, my apartment burned down.
Oh, man.
But yeah, after living in there 13 years.
Oh, sorry to hear about that. But you know what? You're here.
I am.
You're here.
Thank God.
I had the same thing happen to me years ago,
Really?
back in 2012, I believe.
Oh, that
It was 2 doors down.
Uh-huh.
Someone was angry at someone and set the front door on fire, and it spread. Well, it didn't spread. The smoke came over, and then the fire department, they love to break things.
Oh, tell me about it.
So it was like smoke, water damage, and stuff. But I in that moment, my inner self said, just like you got it, God would give you even more.
Exactly.
That's all that means, is that you're going to be blessed with more.
Yes, absolutely. I believe so.
Yeah, because I at the time, I was, and for me to think that I was going through depression, because I was going through depression from childhood and out of depression, but then I was going on a version of my all-time lows, and in that moment, when that happened, I think, I know because my grandmother always talked about that inner guide that we have. Always follow your first mind; it will never lead you wrong, and just listen to it. And it's like the extension of God that we have within us.
Correct. Correct.
Source energy, who we call God. And so just like you gained it before, you'll have even more.
Yeah.
And so everyone was just like, I'm like, I'm good. I had my desktop, my computer that I built. And my TV that I just bought, water was falling from the ceiling, did not touch that or my computer. I was like, as long as I have my computer, because I have my clients' information on there, And I walked in, they allowed us to go in, and I was like, oh wow. I said, you know what? I know everything is going to be all right.
Wow, that's awesome.
And so I everything turned out well. Everything turned out well, because things are always working out for us. We just don't realize it sometimes.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. It's like, okay, it's unavoidable to feel desperate at times and frustrated. Thinking of where I used to be to where I'm now, it's like, oh Lord, it's gonna take me another 13 years to, regain everything.
Yeah.
But
But do you? But yes,
not really.
Yeah, it's like, do you really want to regain all of that stuff that weighs you down?
Not really. And things happen for a purpose. And I always tell my coworkers and my kids, I'm like, we have to be careful what we wish for, right? And sometimes what we wish comes in ways that are so unexpected and so forced upon us that we're just not prepared to receive it or to process it. And I remember saying, oh my God, I really dislike the place I used to live. I'll tell you that much. 13 years living on the 4th floor, no elevators. I'm not getting any younger. And I would criticize a lot. And to be honest, I would say, oh my God. I went to the point to say one time out of frustration, oh my God, I don't know how this place hasn't blown up yet, out of anger.
Yeah.
And then when the moment happened, I realized, I was like, oh no, I'll never ever in my life would say things like that. And when I hear people like saying, oh, like wishing upon themselves things like, and I tell them, you gotta be very careful what you wish for.
To affirm.
Because, and now it's like, all right, Lord, I know there's a reason behind all this. I'm going to trust the process. It's not an easy one, but if I come to look, 13 years ago, I came back to the States with 2 suitcases. 2 suitcases, no lie. That's all I owned over there.
Where?
I used to live in Puerto
Okay.
Rico. I lived in Puerto Rico for 22 years.
Uh-huh.
And after living in there in the island for 22 years, I came back to the States with 2 suitcases and my 3 boys. That's all I brought with me. And yes, it hurts, but then I'm like, those are material stuff. We're alive. We're okay. And that's also for me to understand, because just like I'm doing now, I went in there and I was mindful of the things that I buy. I wasn't doing that before the fire. I would just buy and splurge, and sometimes we get distracted with having your apartment certain type of way, or falling into trends, and it's like, you know what? I'm not doing that right now.
Can I share something with you?
Sure.
It's not by accident that you got into this car. The way that God designed the universe is the universe uses us all to answer the nature of each other's call.
Yes.
And your asking was so strong it had me pick you up here. Knowing that I live in Newark, and I was, it's like, okay, I didn't know where I was, but pick you up, drop someone off near here. I wanted to go home and chill. So your asking was strong, that it just guided me over to here. When you mentioned about affirming things, saying the negative things about your apartment that you was in, my grandmother always taught me that you can't get to a positive place from a negative space. If you don't like where you are, then you want to move somewhere else, you have to be okay with where you are now in order for it to go. But now, when you spoke certain things, do you know that you have extensions? You're an extension of Source, of God. And God, and we're made in the likeness of the ultimate creator. Therefore, we are creators as well. And when our thoughts become things. Whatever we think about, it becomes things. Now, your emotions are key, because when you got your emotions involved in the way that you were thinking about that place, your emotions is a fuel that is used to shoot your jets of desires out to the universe, and the universe in turn just reverses it back to you, or mirrors it back to you. We manifest things all the time. The universe will give you what you want. It will also give you what you don't want. The one thing that I've learned is to be careful with my words, as you were saying. And in my journey, when I reached my all-time low in depression in 2015, I changed my mind. And when I changed my mind, when you change your mind, you truly change your life. Your subconscious mind, for one, doesn't know that it doesn't say, well, I know what's better for you, we're just going to do it this way. No, that's where all your programming is in your subconscious mind. That is where your paradigms, your habits live within our subconscious mind. That is where your free will resides, in your subconscious mind. So I'm just saying this to you, that just so to help you realize just how powerful we are and how powerful you are. And no person is special. Everyone is special in God's eyes.
Correct.
We all were born with this birthright, but we don't. This is something that's not taught.
Yeah.
We don't realize that a lot of the negativity that comes our way is because of the things that we are focusing on. When you focus on negative, that's what you're going to get. When you focus on the good and positive, that is what is going to come into your life.
Absolutely.
We affirm these things. We create these things. Now, you can't control how other people think or feel or how they behave towards you, but you can control how you respond instead of react. Now, the situation with your old place burning down, you are at a place now where it feels to me, it sounds to me like you are responding instead of reacting because you're calm, collected. I would have never known if you hadn't said anything, But just know that none of those things are bigger than you.
Correct.
None of those things are bigger than you because God created each and every one of us, and each and every one of us has something special within us to deliver to the world, to deliver to mankind. Everyone has a purpose.
Absolutely.
Everyone has a purpose, and that purpose is always going to be for the betterment of mankind. But I am so happy you're here, and there's nothing is by accident. Nothing happens by accident. Nothing, I used to believe in, okay, that's just a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence like that anymore because everything happens for a reason. That reason is always based off of the energy that we're creating.
Correct.
You had an asking, and the universe will always answer the nature to your call. It's doing it right now. Do you know that everything that you have thought, felt, believed, and said, and done has gotten you to this very point in your life right now? In the back of my car, we're having this conversation. You create your own reality.
Correct.
And you could have walked away from your situation being angry and bitter, but no, you realize something, and then you have your inner guide that is guiding you that this is a teachable moment.
Correct.
When life throws things at you or things happen in life, instead of, I used to be one of those people that said, why is this happening to me? I no longer say that. I ask, now what is this trying to teach me?
Right. Yes.
What is it trying to show me? Because it's always when things happen like that, it's there to strengthen you as well for the greatness that you have yet to become. It's just getting to that point to where you're like, you know what? I'm going to stop railing against these things because it's not serving me in a positive way.
Yes.
And going forward, just a little, I guess it's advice, or just to share this with you, is know that you deserve every good thing that comes your way, every good thing that you want. As my grandmother would tell me, God wants you to live have the desires of your heart and live a good life. As long as you're not harming anyone or anything
Correct.
in the process, live your life. Live your life. We have a lot of misconceptions of what that is, what that means, because we're listening to other people.
Correct.
And she said, all you need is not out there. It's within you.